Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're an old subscriber or returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is about how I film with my phone. Yes, I've been wanting to do this tutorial for a very long time, and whenever I start filming, then something will happen and I have to pause. And whenever, maybe sometimes I film and I just forget one or two things, so I just decided to put everything on paper so that I'll not forget all the things I want to say. So when I started doing YouTube, I had challenges with how to set my phone. Yes, I had challenges. So, and my phone was not that good. I started off with this phone, which is Techno Spark, but I don't remember the model. Yes, so I've decided to share with all those struggling. I don't want people to be struggling as I struggle. I have watched numerous videos which were not that detailed enough for me, so I have put everything on paper to be sharing with you guys. How to set your phone, how to lock your focus. Everything is here. First and foremost, when you want to start filming videos, always check your phone battery. Check if your phone is fully charged, then go ahead. That's my first point. Always check the battery percentage of your phone. My second point is always remember to put your phone on flight mode. Whenever you are filming, as you are using your phone to film, someone might not know that you are filming, so the person might call you and that will interrupt you. So always put your phone in flight mode, and remember to put the phone on silent as well. My next point is always clean your lens. Use and clean, if it is tissue, a lens cleaner. There is this small, it's something like a handkerchief that they use it to clean lenses. Always clean your lens before filming. My next point is support your phone with a tripod if you have one. If you don't have a tripod, sweetheart, relax, I've got your back. When I started filming YouTube video, I wasn't having a tripod, so I started I just wanted something to keep me busy, just something that will I was depressed back then still, but somehow okay. So for me to just get my mind busy, I started doing YouTube video, and all I was doing was just uploading. I don't know how to edit. Back then I don't know how to edit, and if you see my first video, it's nothing to write home about. So all I did was just film, then I'll just export it to YouTube. I'll just film and I'll export it to YouTube. Just doing anything. Sometimes I'll just do makeup and just take pictures. That's all. I'll clean it up and go and sleep. So I wasn't having a tripod. When I want to film, I'll just use my box of tissue and put it on either my fridge. I have this small tabletop fridge in my room. I'll just put it on top. Then I'll just lean my phone with the tissue, then I'll film. With that too, the phone I'll make sure I'll use a flat tissue I don't have one here, to just put the phone on, so that the phone will not be, is it slippery? No. The phone will not be falling down or something. I'll just support it with it to film. Sometimes I just use my brush, this particular thing, then I'll just insert my phone in between the brushes and I'll film. So just use whatever you have, and it will surely work. Make sure your phone is in a steady mode. It will not fall. Something just to support your phone. My next point is remember to film with your back camera. The back cameras are very good, they are so superb, but I usually film, most of the time I use my front camera, because I have asymmetric or symmetric face. So I always want to see if my face, I know it's not perfect, but if it's okay, I always want to see myself. But if you have a laptop, you can always use that as a viewfinder. If you can use your mirror too, you can use a mirror as a viewfinder, which works 100%. But I always use my, most of the time I use my front camera. I have like 3 videos that I use my back camera. So always use your back camera. It's very good and it brings out all the detail in your videos. And if you have someone who will just set, who will just be behind the camera to help you out, then you can film using your back camera. That person will serve as your viewfinder or who will just help you to be in focus. My next point is filming. Always film in horizontal, like this. Always film horizontally, because YouTube, Instagram videos are all in horizontal. So always, back then Instagram used vertical, but now it uses horizontal. So always film your videos in horizontal. So, and that is 16 by, is it 16 by 9, or I'll get back to that. I'll verify that later on in this same video. And my next point is always lock your focus. When you are filming, before you start filming, tap on your phone, the screen of your on your camera, hold it like 2 or 2 seconds, and you will write autofocus, focus lock. If you just see it's written on the screen, focus lock. Then if you want to adjust your exposure, just put it, scroll up and it will brighten it, and scroll down and it will dim it a little. So always adjust your exposure. I'll do a screen record on that and I'll insert it somewhere before or after this. Okay guys, in order for you to understand what I'm trying to explain to you, I have opened my camera and I use my finger to block the camera as well, so that you guys can see the screen clearly. When I tap like this, you see where this thing is pointing. That is where I want, wherever you want the camera to focus, just tap on it like this, and you should just see the exposure and focus are locked. It will just write on the screen that exposure and focus are locked. So if you want to brighten your exposure, just scroll up, it will brighten it up, or just scroll down and the brightness will reduce. That is what exactly I'm talking about. So let's continue with the video. My next point is lighting. Lighting. If you don't have a ring light, sweetheart, don't punish yourself. You always use what you have. So provided we have natural lighting, we thank God. Use your natural lighting. Natural lighting is the best. You see, most of my videos, I don't use my ring light, I use natural lighting. I have like 4 or 5. I just use my ring light as a tripod. I don't use my, but with this video it's almost late, so I'm using my ring light. If you have time and you can film around 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 o'clock in the evening, it's the best time to use your natural lighting. And if you have a big window, excuse me, if you have a big window, you are good to go. You can use your window and film whatever video you want to film. Just make sure you lock and you adjust your exposure. You are good. My next, when I started doing video, I wasn't having a ring light, so I always use this small and the work I do, I'll talk about that in another video, inshallah. I have this small bulb in my room. I don't know if I do this, will you guys see it? No, it doesn't reflect on the phone. Like, you will see those kind of bulb I'm talking about. They are this tiny bulb. I have like, the medium ones are like 10 in my room and the small ones are like 5. So without even my ring light, I can still film with those tiny bulbs. They are good. It's a fluorescent bulb. And with that, we'll get to that too. I will explain that in a bit. My next point is backdrop. Sweetheart, if you don't have a backdrop, those fancy Christmas lighting, those fancy backdrop with those fancy plants at the back of big YouTubers. I've got you covered. Just check your room, that amazing wall you have, sweetheart, use it. My backdrop is my wall. I filmed this particular makeup video, and the backdrop I use is just a material. So I just use these pins, which are not expensive. They are not expensive. So you buy this one, and in Africa, you know, our wall are made of concrete. So with that, it won't help. But we have this thing that you can use to stick on the wall, and you just make a small hole in your material and hang it around, and make your own kind of DIY backdrop. The brown backdrop I use in making this makeup tutorial, I just use that material and I pin this on the wall. I use this pin to just pin I use like 5 of them to just pin the whole thing, which was very good. When you see my backdrop, it was like this. It's very nice. So just use whatever you have. I have this blue backdrop that I use. Maybe I will insert the picture somewhere here. I filmed that to using my Maya Fi. If you are in Africa, particularly Ghana or Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. Maya Fi, which the Muslims used to pray. That's what I use. I just use it, and that back then I wasn't having this, so I used my solid tape. I used my solid tape to just support it, and I had a sister who was helping me. I just used that to just support this wall. Then I was good to go. I filmed it, and nobody knew it was Mayafi. So you just use whatever you have, and everything will come out nicely. And as time goes on, then you'll be changing things gradually. Rome was not built in a day. My next point is storage. If you are filming and you don't have a storage, or maybe you are in the middle of filming and you just realize your video has stopped. Why? Because you don't have enough storage, which will not be it will be unpleasant. So always clear your memory. I have this app that I use. It's a Google app, which is, I think it's Google Photos. So whatever I take, whatever picture I take, whatever videos I have, it's back up itself. So I don't know, when it finished backing up, it just notify me that it has finished backing up, so I can have space on my phone. So it will just help me to clean whatever things it has back up. When I command it, it will just give me that. It will just clean whatever things it has back up. Then I'll get space on my phone. So you can also you can also have that app if you are using a Android phone, which is Google Photos. It's very good, provided you have internet. You can use that app. It's very helpful. Or you can get a, how do you call it, memory card. You can get a memory card too. It's so helpful when you have a memory card. And always remember to set your phone to store your videos, pictures on the memory card if you have one, because it may sometimes be everything will be stored on the phone. So that same mistake will happen when you are filming. Then it will show that you don't have memory. So always remember to set your phone to store everything on your memory card or memory chip. Hope that makes sense. The last thing I want to talk about is a third-party camera. I wanted to say record in HD, but sometimes some phone will not record in HD unless you get a third-party camera that will help you to record in HD. And the third-party camera I've been using is Open Camera. I use this app. I started using this app when I was using this particular phone. So you just go to Android Play Store. It's not it's free. So you go to Play Store and you download that particular app, and you just go to settings. When you go to settings, you see video settings. When you go there, you see video resolution. Set it to highest, which is 18A. The highest is 1920 by 1080. The highest is, we have two, like more than two highest. We have HD, we have 12 by 80, 1280 by 736. We have highest full HD, which is 1920 by 1080, which is 16 by 9, which I said I would talk about. That is how YouTube videos are filmed, 16 by 9. So if you want to film a highest resolution video, always select 1920 by 1080, which is 16 by 9. And I think there is one highest too here. I just noticed that one is 1920 by 1080, which is 30 by 17. But the one I know and the one I've been using is 1920 by 10 by 80, which is 16 by 9. You can just write these things out. You can write it down when you finish filming. You finish watching the video, you just download the app, then you set everything and try it out. So the next thing is video format, that I don't just go. Then video bitrate, if I pronounce that word. Set the approximate bitrate of videos. Higher means better quality, but it takes up more storage. So always set that one too. And I think mine is default. I just defaulted that one. So what else? Yes, you can, if your phone supports this app. This app can help you film in 4K. If you can go in the settings, when you scroll down, you get to force 4K videos. Only works on enable. Okay, when you enable, the 4K is 38 by 40 by 2160. So if you have, maybe you have like iPhone, or even this kind of Android phone, some of them do support. So you can force this. You can, by the help of this app, you can film in, how do you call it, you can film in 4K. Okay, let me quickly show you guys how I sometimes lock my focus on this. This is on video. So when you want to zoom it, you just do this. You play with this and you zoom whatever. When I just want to put my my palm on the screen so that it will be black for you guys to see. When you want to zoom, you just play with this and it will zoom. And if you want to adjust the exposure, you go here, the plus button. When you go here, the plus button, brighten it up, and when the minus button, lower it down. And if you are okay with that, you can always lock it here. That will lock. So, and now with this app is different on with my other phone. The way I lock, I mean, when I'm filming with my own phone camera, the way I lock my focus and exposure is different from the open camera, and I'll show you guys. Before, I think I'll insert it somewhere before we get here. So I think I've said all that matters. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and do forgive me for my blabbering. I don't know why I just keep. Oh Lord, do forgive me, guys, and please do subscribe to my channel. And if you have any if you have any question for me, you can just leave it down the description box and down in the comment section. I will surely get back to you. Trust me, before I started doing YouTube, I'm a phone. My mommy always tell me that I'm a phone wizard. I know how to feature. I know how to go about with Android phone. I'm not a phone technician, but I know a lot about phone settings. Yes, I know a lot about phone settings. So if you have any question, do leave it down below and I'll surely get back to you. So until we meet again, guys,